My fiancé confessed, "These twins aren't yours. I'm choosing their real father." At 8 months pregnant, I said, "Best decision ever." The paternity test I'd already done had a plot twist she didn't see coming. I, 29, male, was folding baby clothes when Melody dropped the bomb. 8 months pregnant, twins kicking visibly under her maternity dress. She sat me down with this rehearsed look on her face. "Derek, we need to talk about the babies." I kept folding the tiny onesie, yellow with ducks. "What about them?" "They're not yours. I've been seeing someone else and I want to be with him, the real father." The onesie slipped from my hands, not because I was shocked, because I was trying not to laugh. I'd known for 6 weeks. The paternity test results were tucked in my desk drawer dated 3 weeks ago. But here's the thing. She was wrong about who the father was. "Best decision ever," I said, meaning every word. Her face went through like 5 different expressions. "Wait, what?" I said, "It's the best decision. When do you want to move out?" "Derek, did you hear me? The twins aren't yours." "Yeah, I heard, so who's the lucky guy?" I picked up another onesie, blue this time. She shifted uncomfortably. "His name is Garrett from my yoga class. We've been involved for about a year." "A year? Our entire engagement?" I nodded, folding methodically. "Cool. Does he know you're telling me today?" "Yes, he's actually waiting outside. He wanted to be here for support." "Support for who, you or me?" I couldn't help the sarcasm. "This isn't a joke, Derek. I'm carrying another man's children. And you want to be with him?" "I get it. Seriously, Melody, I'm not fighting this." She stood up, pacing now. "You're being weird. Why aren't you angry?" "Would it change anything? You made your choice." I expected, I don't know, something. "You were so excited about the twins." "I was, until my buddy Jerome, who works at the same hospital where we did our 20-week ultrasound, let slip that Melody had listed some dude named Garrett as her emergency contact, not her fiancé. That started my digging. "Tell Garrett he can come in. Might as well meet him properly." She practically ran to the door. Garrett walked in looking like every yoga instructor stereotype. Man bun, spiritual tattoos, probably drinks his own kombucha. He offered his hand. "Derek, I want you to know I never meant—" "Save it," I said, shaking his hand. "You two figured out living arrangements?" They exchanged glances. Melody spoke up. "I thought I'd stay here until the babies come. Then we'll figure out—" "Nah." I pulled out my phone. "I'll get movers here tomorrow. Where should they take your stuff?" "Derek, I'm 8 months pregnant. You can't just kick me out." "I'm not kicking you out. You chose him, so go be with him, unless—" I looked at Garrett. "You don't have space for her?" His face went red. "I have roommates. We're looking for a place." "Roommates? Bro, she's about to pop out 2 kids and you have roommates." "It's temporary." Melody jumped in. "Garrett's art is taking off. He just needs time." "His art?" I actually laughed. "What kind of art?" "Interpretive sculpture using recycled materials," Garrett said with zero irony. "So trash art, cool. Well, good luck with that. Melody, movers tomorrow at noon. Be ready. This is my home too. I have rights. It's my house. My name only. You have 0 rights here." The thing is, I'd almost added her name to the deed 6 months ago. Thank God for lazy paperwork. "Where am I supposed to go?" She was tearing up now. "Ask your baby daddy." "Oh, wait. He lives with roommates." I turned to Garrett. "How many roommates we talking?" 3, he mumbled. 3, my dude, you raw-dogged another man's fiancé and you can't even offer her a bedroom. Melody's tears were flowing now. "Derek, please, the stress isn't good for the babies." "Then leave. Stress solved." Garrett stepped forward. "You're being cruel." "Am I?" I'm not the one who spent a year lying. I'm not the one who got pregnant by someone who can't even provide housing. But sure, I'm cruel. "The universe brought Melody and me together," Garrett said. "You can't fight destiny." "I'm literally not fighting anything. Take her, please. I'm begging you." They left an hour later. Melody crying, Garrett looking constipated. I celebrated with a beer and started packing her stuff. Update 1. Yo, the entitlement escalated quick. Let me break down the greatest hits. First, Melody's mom called. This woman who gave me a world's best son-in-law mug last Christmas tried to guilt me into taking Melody back. She made a mistake, Derek. You don't abandon family over mistakes. She's not my family, Lorraine. That's kind of the whole point. Those babies need a father. They have one. Trash sculpture guy. Garrett can't provide for them. You have a real job. Sounds like something Melody should have considered before letting him hit it raw. She called me some names I won't repeat and hung up. Then came the Flying Monkey Brigade. Her friends blowing up my phone about how I'm heartless, how pregnant women make impulsive decisions, how I should man up. I posted all their messages on my Instagram story with the caption, "When you find out your friend is a cheater and you still defend them." Lost some mutual friends, gained my dignity. But the real entertainment came from Garrett himself. This MF showed up at my office. Security called up like, "There's a gentleman here with crystals." I went down out of curiosity. He was in the lobby with actual healing crystals. "Derek, we need to talk about energy transfer. The only transfer I care about is Melody's stuff out of my house. I mean, the energetic connection between you and the twins. Even though they're biologically mine, they've been absorbing your energy for months." I stared at him. "Are you high right now?" "I'm serious. I need you to formally release your energetic claim so I can properly bond with them." "Sure thing." I waved my hands around. "I release the energy. There we go." "You're mocking something sacred." "Garrett, my guy, you're standing in an accounting firm with healing crystals asking me to release energy claims on kids you made while banging my fiancée. We left reality a while ago." He tried to hand me the crystals. "At least take these. They'll help with your anger." "I'm not angry. I'm literally the least angry person in the situation." "Then why won't you help Melody?" "Because she chose you. Remember? The universe brought you together, so let the universe pay her rent." But here's where it gets good. Remember how I mentioned I had a paternity test done? Well, I didn't just do it on a whim. See, Melody's cycle tracking app was synced to our shared iPad. She forgot about that. According to the app, she was nowhere near ovulation when these twins were conceived, but she was when she went to her high school reunion in another state. So I did some digging, found her tagged in photos from that weekend, lots of pics with her ex, Brendan, dude she dated for 6 years before me. Recently divorced Brendan. Still looks exactly the same. I didn't just test for my DNA. I tested against Garrett's too. Dude leaves his water bottles everywhere. Getting a sample was easy when he came for dinner once. Neither of us is the father. Update 2. She's still texting me asking for money. Not even subtle about it either. "Derek, I need $300 for prenatal vitamins." "Derek, the twins need a crib. Can you Venmo me?" "Derek, I know we're not together, but surely you care about innocent babies." I responded once. "Ask Garrett. Or better yet, ask Brendan." Then I blocked her. 20 minutes later, Garrett's calling from her phone. "What did you mean about Brendan?" "Nothing. Hey, did you guys find a place yet?" "We're working on it. Wait, who's Brendan?" "Nobody. So where's Melody staying, with her mom?" "But seriously, who?" I hung up. Lorraine called next. "Derek, what did you say to Garrett? He's asking Melody about someone named Brendan." "Just making conversation. She's very upset. The stress isn't good for the babies." "Yeah, I know." Maybe she should have thought about that before the reunion. Long pause. "What reunion?" "Nothing. Got to go." The texts started flooding in from Melody. "What did you tell Garrett?" "Why are you mentioning Brendan?" "Derek, please call me. This isn't funny, Derek." I didn't respond, but I did text my boy Jerome. "You free Saturday? I'm buying drinks. Got a story that'll blow your mind." Then Melody did something I didn't expect. She showed up at my house at 11 p.m., Garrett in tow, demanding to know what I knew about Brendan. I answered the door in my boxers. "It's late." "What do you know?" She was frantic. "About what?" "About Brendan, about the reunion. I know you had a good time, saw the photos, you two looked cozy." Garrett stepped forward. "What photos?" I pulled up her tagged photos on my phone and handed it to him. "These ones. Check out July 15th through 17th. He scrolled through, his face changing colors like a mood ring. Melody tried to grab the phone. "Those don't mean anything, we were just catching up." "At 3 a.m.? I pointed to a timestamp. "In his hotel room." That was a guess, but her face confirmed it. Garrett handed me my phone back. His voice was scary calm. "Melody, we need to talk. It's not what it looks like. Brendan means nothing." "Then why didn't you mention seeing him?" "Because I knew you'd overreact." I stepped back. "Y'all want to come inside for this, or?" They ignored me, arguing on my porch. Garrett demanding answers, Melody deflecting. Finally, he turned to me. "Do you think the twins are Brendan's?" I shrugged. Does it matter? You two are destined, right? The universe wants you together. Stop mocking me. Are they Brendan's? I don't know, man. Why don't you ask for a paternity test? Melody lost it. You don't get to suggest that. You kicked me out. You abandoned me. I let you go be with your baby daddy. If that's not Garrett, that's really more of a you problem. She lunged at me. 8 months pregnant, and she tried to swing. Garrett held her back. I need to know, he said quietly. Are they mine? Garrett, of course they're yours, Melody said, full-on sobbing. Derek's just trying to break us up. Then you won't mind a test, I said. I'm not putting my babies through unnecessary procedures because of your spite. It's a blood test, not surgery, unless you're scared of the results. Garrett was staring at her. Melody, is there any chance they're not mine? How can you ask me that after everything we've been through? That's not a no, and everyone heard it. Garrett walked off my porch without another word. Melody screamed after him, then turned on me. You ruined everything. Nah, that was all you. I just pointed out the timeline. Why couldn't you just let me go? Why did you have to say anything? Because you tried to play me for a fool. And Garrett. And probably Brendan, too. I hate you. Cool, get off my porch. She waddled away, still crying. I went back to bed and slept like a baby. Unlike Melody, who sent me 73 texts overnight about how I'm Satan incarnate. Update 3. The plot twist nobody saw coming. So Garrett demanded a prenatal paternity test. Melody fought it hard, but he threatened to bounce if she didn't do it. She caved. I know this because Garrett called me. You were right. They're not mine. Sorry, bro. Are they yours? Nope. Got tested weeks ago. So they're this Brendan guy's, probably. You gonna bail? Long pause. I don't know. I love her. You love someone who cheated on you while cheating with you. When you put it like that, how else would you put it? He hung up. But the story doesn't end there. Brendan, it turns out, is married. Reconciled with his ex-wife right after the reunion. Melody didn't know. She found out when she Facebook messaged him about the babies, and his wife responded. The wife called me. Don't ask how she got my number. Is this Derek, Melody's ex? Yeah. I'm Natasha, Brendan's wife. We need to talk. We met at a coffee shop. She brought receipts. Literal credit card receipts from the reunion weekend. Hotel charges. Dinner for 2. Breakfast. He told me he was rooming with his buddy Craig, she said. Craig must have loved the romantic dinner. She wasn't amused. I'm pregnant too. 4 months. We reconciled literally 2 weeks after that reunion. Oh, snap. Yeah, oh, snap. So these twins are probably your husband's. She stirred her coffee for like a full minute. I'm not leaving him. That's your choice. But I'm not raising his affair babies either. Also fair. What's Melody's plan? Last I heard, she was trying to convince her yoga instructor baby daddy to stay. The one she cheated on you with? That's the one. Jesus, this is a mess. Hey, I'm just the ex-fiancée who dodged a bullet. She laughed bitterly. Must be nice to be able to walk away. I mean, you could too. I'm pregnant with his child. A child conceived in our marriage after he raw-dogged his ex at a reunion. You don't pull punches. Why would I? Your husband played stupid games. This is his stupid prize. She left with Brendan's test results to confront him. I went home to find Melody parked outside my house. Garrett's crappy Prius nowhere in sight. He left me, she said as I walked up. Okay. Derek, I'm scared. I'm about to have twins and I'm alone. You're not alone. You have your mom and Brendan. Brendan's married. So were you engaged? Didn't stop either of you. This isn't funny. I could go into labor any day. Then why are you at my house instead of home resting? Because I need help. You loved me once. I loved who I thought you were. That person doesn't exist. Derek, please, just until I figure things out. I'll sleep on the couch. Absolutely not. These are innocent babies whose father is alive and married and probably getting his ass handed to him by his wife right now. Not my problem. Not. You're really going to let me struggle? I'm going to let you figure out the consequences of your choices, yeah. I'll tell everyone you knew I was pregnant and abandoned me. Tell them. Tell them how you got pregnant cheating on me with a yoga instructor who doesn't exist because the babies are actually your ex's. See how that goes. She started ugly crying. Not the cute tears from before, full-on snot bubble sobbing. I up, okay? I up everything. Are you happy? I'm neutral. This has nothing to do with me anymore. How can you be so cold? How can you be so entitled? You blew up our life, tried to baby trap another dude, got knocked up by a married man, and now want me to save you. The audacity is honestly impressive. I'm not entitled, I'm desperate. Hi, desperate, I'm done with your seeing. Please leave. She drove off, but not before her mom called to scream at me some more. I let it go to voicemail. Final update. The twins are here. 2 boys born healthy despite all the drama. Brendan was forced to come clean to Natasha about everything. She didn't leave him, but she made him get a vasectomy and a post-nuptial agreement. He's paying child support but wants nothing to do with the twins. Melody put his name on the birth certificates. Garrett actually tried to make it work for about a week after the twins were born. Even showed up at the hospital. But reality hit when he realized newborn twins don't give a crap about chakras and energy healing. He bounced back to his roommates. Melody is living with her mom, who's basically raising the twins while Melody recovers from the trauma. She's already on dating apps. Her bio says, single mom of 2 looking for a real man who steps up. The delusion is strong. She sent me pictures of the twins with the message, they could have been yours. I replied, they never were mine. That's literally the entire point. She tried one last manipulation. I'll tell them their dad abandoned them before they were born. Tell them the truth. Their mom couldn't keep track of whose dick was whose. See how that goes when they're older. She blocked me after that. Small miracles. The wedding venue gave me half my deposit back since I canceled so far out. Used it for a sick gaming setup. The nursery is now my office. The crib became a donation to a women's shelter. Jerome and I have beers every Friday. He's seen some at the hospital, but he says my story tops most of them. Natasha actually reached out last week to thank me for exposing everything. Said it hurt like hell, but at least now she knows who she married. We're not friends or anything, but there's a weird mutual respect. And Melody? Last I heard from Lorraine, who still calls sometimes, she's convinced her next boyfriend will adopt the twins and they'll be one big happy family. She's already introduced 3 different guys to the babies. It's been a month. I'm good though. Therapy helped process the betrayal, but honestly, that paternity test saved my life. Not because the twins weren't mine. I knew that was likely. But because it forced Melody to show her true colors before I legally tied myself to her. Dodged a nuclear missile, not just a bullet. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, trust your gut. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And never, ever ignore red flags because you're in love. Also, always check if their cycle tracking app is still synced to shared devices. That's literally how this all started. Peace out.